Barbie's history-making summer bonanza, passing $1 billion in ticket sales. New York is flocked to the theaters. Plus, it's bazaar season in New York City. Naifa News takes you to the best outdoor market in the city. And it's time to get in the water. Find out where you can go kayaking for free. That's right, for free.
From our studios in Battery Park, this is NYFA News.
Hello and welcome to our broadcast. My name is Nurbek Nurjan.
And I am Gulvira Bighalieva. We will have all those stories and more. But first, let's take a look at some of the latest headlines.
Rockaway Beach remains closed today after a woman was bitten by a shark on Monday night. The 65-year-old was rushed to the Jamaica hospital with a severe bite to her leg. More than 600 people were evacuated near Oslo, Norway, because of flooding after days of heavy rain. Severe weather has battered parts of Scandinavia and the Baltics for several days now, causing significant damage. Qatar's Years of Culture celebrates the beauty of places and the people. For this year's Qatar International Food Festival, thousands of visitors gathered at Lusail Boulevard, all wanting a bite of what's on offer.
Gas prices continue to rise in New York. One of the reasons is the extreme heat we've been dealing with this summer. Ashat Kengesula asked New Yorkers if they felt the price hike.
Gas prices are slightly lower than last year at this gas station in Queens. However, according to the customers, they are still too high, with the world oil price constantly fluctuating. This summer, the price of petroleum products decreased by 30% compared to the previous year.
The end of summer is nearly here, and it already looks like it was way better for drivers in terms of gas price than last year. A year ago, a gallon of premium gas was $5.27. Today, at this gas station in Queens, gallon of premium gas is $3.87.
According to the A gas price website, the average gas price nationwide is $3.73. In New York, it's $3.86. In New Jersey, $3.72. In Connecticut, $3.79 per gallon. New Yorkers we spoke with today said that gas prices were too high and unstable.
Honestly, it's hard to keep up with it. It keeps going up, down, sideways. It's hard to get accustomed to the actual price. I just got gas now. It's $3.85. $3 is a nice place to be. Anything higher than that, it's very difficult for me. It's very expensive.
According to the AA spokesperson Andrew Goss today, 20 gallons of gas cost nearly $30 less than last year. Nevertheless, gas prices are rising every day. Compared to the last month, the average gas price in New York City has increased by 18 cents. The price of oil on the world market is volatile. CBS News.com recently wrote about the main reasons for the rise in gasoline price. According to oil price experts, U.S. refineries have limited production due to hot weather. In addition, the world's largest oil-producing countries, Russia and Saudi Arabia, have cut oil production by millions of barrels per day. Askat Sadibek, NYFA News.
Gulvira, did you have a Barbie doll as a child?
Actually, I did not.
Oh, have you seen the movie?
Not yet. We sent Arek Kanapiaeva to ask New Yorkers if they liked the film. Here is what they said.
Barbie broke the record with over $1 billion in global box office. Writer-director Greta Gerwig's film has made a whopping $53 million in the United States and $74 million in Canada in the third week. Fans of the iconic doll don't miss a chance to see the movie, and there is no age gap when it comes to learning a Barbie's journey.
Movie, I think, just showed what it was to be a woman and showed all the different paths that you can take and I thought it was just a great movie.
And after viewing it, I felt a deep connection. The director did such a fantastic job, showing women empowerment in like a disguised way. And it was really fun.
The Barbie movie for me brings back so many childhood memories. When I was a little girl, which we wouldn't discuss, was many moons ago, that was the iconic toy or the gift you would want for Christmas.
81% of Google users reacted positively to the long-anticipated film. Barbie doll was first introduced in 1959 and she is just as popular today as she was ever before. Loyal fans are taking over social media with a new trend, the fit is pink, Barbie pink. Malibu Barbie Cafe in New York City experiencing even more visitors after the release of the movie. You need to have a reservation to dine here and your time of visit is limited to no more than 90 minutes. So anybody who dreamed of coming to Doll's Cafe in their childhood has a real chance of doing it now.
We love Barbies, of course, and we play with them as when we were little kids. And I love Barbie so much, I always used to do their hair, so I became a hairstylist. So I do this hair, I did my daughter's hair.
So we had a lot of Barbies. Sometimes we will play, like she said, with the hair. Sometimes we will pull one head to put on the other body and just mix match clothing.
Other film directors now have to try really hard to break Greta Gerwig's phenomenal record. Arayka Napyaeva for NYFA News.
The Socrates Park in Long Island City is a favorite destination for those who live in the neighborhood. Every Saturday, locals come here for fresh produce and organically grown vegetables. Dinara Kunafina has the story.
Hellgate Farm began in 2011 as a network of residential and rooftop gardens in Queens. The farm has since expanded to include an upstate market garden in Canaan, New York, where they grow a diverse range of organic produce for the community.
As long as green markets continue operating in New York City public parks, I'm here hosting Hellgate Farms in Socrates. The farm stand features fresh seasonal local produce and small batch goods like honey and hot sauce.
The farm now grows 70 different varieties of fruits and vegetables, from organic peaches to corn, carrots, herbs, and much more.
But this is a very special place, and it's really nice that they are doing this for the community, and they do very well, and it's good to have healthy food.
Yeah. Hellgate Farm stand is at Socrates Park in Long Island City every Saturday through mid-November. Dinara Kunafina for NYFA News.
With a couple of weeks left before the start of the new school year, the Disney World Park in Orlando is as busy as ever. Razia Drspayeva spoke to the park's visitors about their experience.
Walt Disney World, located in Orlando, Florida, is a world-renowned entertainment resort and a theme park complex that has captivated the hearts and the imaginations of millions of visitors since its opening in 1971. It spans over 25,000 acres and consists of 4 main theme parks, 2 water parks, a variety of resort hotels, dining and shopping districts, golf courses, and recreational activities, all designed to provide an unforgettable experience for guests of all ages.
This is my actual first time, my daughter's first time, and we are absolutely in love.
And I love coming here because it just has so many different themes for all different types of Disney lovers.
A unique blend of theme park and a zoo, Animal Kingdom combines the magic of Disney with the wonder of the natural world.
Disney Hollywood Studios is the smallest and most modern of the 4 Walt Disney theme parks. Let's enjoy the atmosphere of the Hollywood.
This park celebrates the magic of movies, television, and entertainment. Guests can experience the thrill of being on a movie set with attractions like Star Wars, Toy Story Land, Mickey and the Minnie's Runaway Railway, and others.
I'm an avid Disney goer. I come here all the time, and Minnie and Mickey's is one of my family's favorite rides. It's super cute, very interactive, and it just kind of immerses you into the life of Mickey and Minnie.
I think right now my favorite place is Toy Story. About to go do the Runaway Railway, and everybody should come. Have a good time.
Yeah, I really enjoy it because it has a lot of things to do, and I love Star Wars.
Star Wars is the best movie ever, and I got to be on the Millennium Falcon, so my dreams have come true.
When buying tickets to Disney World, prices can vary for multiple reasons. Busy seasons, special events, number of days, and the park popularity can all influence how much you'll pay. As of right now, standard Disney World tickets start at $109. This is for a basic one-park, one-day ticket and is the same price for both adults and the kids 3 and older. Standard tickets during the summer months can be up to $159.
I came here today by myself, so I spent probably about $150 for my ticket today, about $20 on Lightning Lane, and then I'm staying at All Star Music today, and that was another $150 for one night stay.
Yeah, $1,200 for room and board, and $400 or $500 for entertainment.
Walt Disney World's dedication to storytelling, innovation, and creating magical experiences has solidified its place as one of the most beloved and iconic vacation destinations in the world. Razia Drzbaeva, reporting from Orlando, Florida, NYFA News.
Still to come on NYFA News, New York City Marathon is still 3 months away. But this running club in Queens takes their preparation very seriously.
If running is not for you, head to a museum. After the break, we'll show you a house where famous writer Edgar Allan Poe spent his last years.
Welcome back. Next, we are heading to Queens to meet the founders of a local running club.
Жанналда Бергенова wake up at 5 a.m. to ask the runners about their routine.
Kevin Montalva and Maria Huang are experienced runners. Each of them has their own unique stories about how they started running. Maria has been running since 2011. One Thanksgiving day, she found the house crowded and decided to head outside for a run. This led her to discover their treadmill.
And I felt so liberated that I was just like, wow, I have to do this like all the time. And then I got hired at Paragon, and then it was just like every day, every week, it was just a new outdoor activity and plus running. And then I became a running specialist, and so I just like dove headfirst in. And so it's been like 12 years now, and I just love it. It's part of my identity now.
Maria's husband Kevin has participated in several marathons, including the 2012 Winter Marathon and the New York City Marathons in the 2013, 2014, and 2021. The couple and their friends founded Queens Distance Runners a few years ago.
I founded Queens Distance Runners with my wife Maria Wong. She's also a marathoner, and one of my childhood friends, Edwin Guzman, in 2013, because we felt as if though there wasn't much of a running community outside of a few teams and crews which were more Queens based, but our mission was to not only bring runners to Queens, but Queens to runners.
Club members train diligently every day, and today was the exception as they began their training at 6:30 in the morning. This rigorous routine prepares them for big running events like the Jackson Heights Mile and prominent marathons.
It's just also a really good community event, so we've actually gotten, believe there's a kids race also, so anyone from as young as like 4 or 5 all the way to, however old is able to run it. It's a really good event.
Marathons are a significant challenge for all runners. Every year, 50,000 runners from around the world participate in the New York City Marathon. The deadline for applying for the marathon is usually mid-February. For the New Yorkers, getting a place in marathon is much more difficult. They must first complete 9 qualifying races in the previous years in order to qualifying for the New York City Marathon. Those who don't can try their luck in the marathon lottery. In addition, everyone has a chance to participate in the marathon if they meet the mileage standards. This year, New York City Marathon will take place on November 5th. Even non-runners can enjoy these spectacular sporting events that unites in the entire city. Жанна Лебергенова, NYFA News.
Edgar Allan Poe Cottage is a New York City and state landmark. I had a chance to check out this tiny historic museum. The famous writer moved into this cottage, located in what today is the borough of the Bronx, in 1846. He hoped that being out in nature would help his wife Virginia, who was sick with tuberculosis. The cottage has 5 rooms: kitchen, living room, and bedroom on the main floor, and 2 small rooms in the attic.
This is his grave where they're buried. Virginia dies in the cottage here, and the reason Poe comes here, he comes to Manhattan in 1844, but he comes here in 1846 because Fordham then was entirely rural, it was part of Westchester County, and the idea was the clean country air of Fordham would help Virginia recover. It does not, and she dies in this small bedroom in the end room here.
Edgar Poe wrote the Annabel Lee poem at this cottage and devoted it to his wife after she died. Poe wrote some of his most famous works in the cottage, including Eureka and The Bells. Poe died 2 years later during a trip to Baltimore.
He's found outside of Gunner's Hall, which was a tavern, ranting and raving and wearing clothes that were not his own, and he dies a week later, and no one knows for sure how he died. Common causes are alcoholism, or he could have been rabies, or a form of tuberculosis that makes the brain swell, and that could have caused it, but no one knows for sure. It's a great mystery.
In 1930, the house was saved from demolition by the New York City Shakespeare Society, which raised funds to move it across the street to a public park so that it could be preserved in perpetuity. Today, the cottage's rooms have been restored with furnishings appropriate to Poe's residency in the 1840s, including a desk, rope bed, and wicker rocking chair thought to have belonged to the family. Edgar Allan Poe Cottage is owned by the New York City Department of Parks, a creation operated by the Bronx County Historic Society, and is a member of the Historic House Trust. Nurbek Nurjan for NYFA News.
If museums are not for you, explore New York City's beautiful waterways by getting on a boat and paddling along. And the best part, it is free. Жұлдыз Аймашева has a story.
It might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about summer in the city, but when you need to beat the heat, why not give free kayaking in New York City a try? The Hudson River and the East River offer some of the best views of many of New York neighborhoods. This weekend, I decided to go to Long Island City.
For the first time in my life, I will try paddling in kayaking.
There you go.
I'm a little afraid, but I will try.
Kayaking is not as hard as you might think. The hardest part for me was getting in and out of the boat. But with a few simple guidelines, kayaking is pretty straightforward. Once you learn some basics, like paddling forward and turning the kayak, you are on your way.
So this is my first time kayaking, and I am a little bit nervous to be on the water. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited.
After you strap on a life vest, climb into your kayak from the water-level floating dock and float away for 20 minutes. Free kayaks are available on weekends and holidays from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. all over the city. No reservation needed. People of any age and as New Yorkers, travelers also can participate in a tandem boat. A few tips: you must be able to swim. Those under 18 must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Be sure to wear clothing and footwear that can get wet.
So here it was actually a very nice experience to be like in such a large city like New York and be able to kayak. It's amazing.
So I recommend for anyone to, if they have a weekend, to come down and experience this kind of free opportunity. But it was really fun. I'm definitely planning on being back.
Manhattan, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and the Long Island City all have boating opportunities for you this summer. Most are first come, first served or by reservation only, so be sure to check before you head out. In fact, it's the world's largest free kayaking program. Julzai Mashva, NYFA News.
Summertime in New York brings open air markets in many neighborhoods. Shigar Sarsin found one on the Upper West Side that has just about everything.
100 West 77th Street. This is the address of well-known New York street market where you can buy anything from vintage to exclusive handmade goods.
Grand Bazaar, New York City is the largest, oldest and most diverse weekly shopping market in New York City. Every week the market hosts different special themed events with always changing vendors.
Come hungry, discover and shop directly from 200 independent local craft artists, designers, antique dealers and artisanal food vendors. Every week the market has over 70% of new merchants.
We're mission-based. So the mission is, there's two missions. We donate the market, meaning Grand Bazaar, donates 100% of our profits to 4 public schools. And that's benefiting 2,000 children. The next one is we provide much needed affordable retail space for all the independent artists, designers, craft makers, food entrepreneurs. So they pay a low fee in general comparison to others here.
This week's theme is Summer Bazaar. Colorful clothes, jewelry, accessories and other merchandise are of plenty on display.
Beautiful bags here, you should come out.
Definitely.
Got a handcrafted leather bag designed by this gentleman right here.
Beautiful.
And made by it. Really good quality. We got lucky to find a deal like this.
There are all kinds of prices here. People coming for, really looking for a bargain and and then people who are spending more money. It just depends. And then there's everything from I think there's more of an emphasis now on handcrafted goods.
Charlie's Green Corner deserves a special attention. His handmade exclusive plant terrariums are a perfect addition to any home.
Very interesting. They're looking for unique products, handcrafted here in New York. And that's why people really fall in love with all unique and self-sustaining terrariums.
This looks very natural. I think it would be nice to keep it in my apartment. And I don't think I get to see enough green during the days. And so I'm considering getting some moss. And I have a nice deal here.
Over 500,000 of people visit the Grand Bazaar every year. It's open on Sundays from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. The theme of the next bazaar is Market Day. It's Jiger Sarsen for NYFA News.
Coming up on NYFA News, dancing in the park while listening to jazz.
Plus, rapping on South Beach. After the break, we'll meet an up-and-coming artist.
Welcome back. Shopping is one of Americans' favorite pastimes. Aray Jundubayeva went to her local mall.
Shopping is a great necessity in our daily lives. Today's need has already become a common hobby. However, those who work and young people do not want to waste time on shopping. For older people, shopping is a new type of work.
Now I'm visiting, so I come sometime one day in the week, no, 2 days in the week or 3 days, it depends, I shop for me, for my grandkid, I shop for my friends. So this is what I buy for my husband.
Shopping is an activity in which a customer browses the available goods or services presented by one or more retailers with a potential intent to purchase a suitable selection of them. A typology of shopper types has been developed by scholars, which identifies one group of shoppers as recreational shoppers, that is, those who enjoy shopping and view it as a leisure activity.
I like shopping.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, online shopping was a predominant way of buying things, and today online and the conventional retail go hand in hand. Whatever way of shopping customers choose, it is still beneficial for sellers. Aray Jundubayeva, Nurlan Nauruzaliyev, especially for NYFA News.
From surfers to swimmers, millions of people visit Rockaway Beach every year. Despite an occasional shark sighting, it is the only place to surf in New York City. Nurlan Nauruzaliyev reports.
On a hot summer day, there is nothing more refreshing than a dip on the ocean. New York City Parks maintains 14 miles of beaches, and over 7 miles of them are here in the Rockaway Peninsula. Rockaway Beach is one of the best New York City beaches for many reasons. You can take surf lessons and catch some waves, or just chill out and soak up the sun. Rockaway Beach is the only official surfing beach in New York City. However, you can only paddle out at one of the 3 areas designated for surfing only. That's exactly what Hunter from Manhattan is doing today.
I like the sport because I've grown up by the ocean my whole life, and I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a great way to spend a day off or something. Luckily for me, it's like my favorite, it's one of my favorite things to do, and it's like part of my job now.
One of the greatest things about Rockaway Beach waves is that they suit all surfers, from first-timers and beginners to intermediate and advanced. Rain or shine, they flock to the beach in hopes of catching the biggest wave of the day.
I've been to a lot of the other beaches, like Lower Queens and at Long Island, but never here. Now, really excited.
I surf every day. Yeah, surfing is a lifestyle that is in the Rockaway, and we all love it.
Surfing teaches a person to be strong, patient, and calm. Rockaway Beach is open for surfers and swimmers until the Labor Day weekend. Nurlan Nauruzaliyev, Aray Jundubayeva, especially for NYFA News.
Socrates Sculpture Park in Queens offers a wide range of free programming, including community days, live performance, and exercise classes.
This past weekend, the park hosted a dance performance and a jazz band. Jumagali Yesenbek has a story.
Sacred Sculpture Park is a community-engaged New York City waterfront park dedicated to supporting artists in the production and the presentation of public art. Open 365 days a year, admission and all of programs are always free. Join us for Lotic Time, a culminating event showcasing collaborative performances by the Jazz Foundation of America and the Valerie Green Dance Entropy, set against the backdrop of Mary Matting's living sculptural installation. This unique experience combines the power, sound of and the dance. One of the organizers of today's event is Valerie Green. She has been a dancer, choreographer, and a teacher in the New York City dance community since 1995. Her dance company, Dance Entropy, performed all over the country. Today's performance is inspired by Mary Mattingly's sculpture Above a Spring Tide.
It's contemporary modern dance. The title of the piece was Clepsydra, and it's inspired by Mary Mattingly's sculpture Above a Springtide. The making of the dance was in direct relation to all the writings about water that the artist shared with me. So the movement was related to her research into water clocks, and that was all included in my artistic process with my dancers.
Today, about 100 spectators gathered for the event. Besides dance, they had a chance to enjoy jazz music played by a few prominent New York City bands. Lena Rice lives in the neighborhood, so she had a chance to see the performance.
I would say it was a contemporary dance, very modern and very conceptual. They were talking about the ocean and they were drifting apart and doing this by the sound of this jazz music, so it was awesome.
Other events at the Sacred Sculptor Park include yoga, meditation, art classes. Shumagali Isenbek for NYFA News.
Tourists come to Miami Beach from all over the world for sun, fun, and nightlife. I went there looking for a 10 and got so much more. Miami is known around the world as a tourist destination. The warm weather throughout the year brings thousands of tourists to South Florida for the beaches and nightlife. There are many pop stars who come to Miami Beach to shoot their music videos. One of them is Real Lovely. He is a rapper from Tampa who is recording songs and filming music videos in Miami. The energy is invigorating.
I'm a black entrepreneur. I work with my community to do great things. Peace, love, and prosperity.
People who come to Miami do not seem to take time to sleep. During the day, people swim in the ocean, and at night they party on the dance floor until the early morning. Even the shops selling clothes and food for tourists are busy at night. Mark, a photographer, earns $500 a day by taking photos and videos of tourists. Here he shoots a lot of love stories. Miami's beautiful nature and fun, friendly people inspire him. It is said that the girls of this place are very beautiful compared of other states.
A lot of women come here to visit and they're very nice, very cool. The girls that live here, they're okay, they're nice, they're cool too. You know, some of them have attitude.
And Miami's Wynwood neighborhood, famous for its street art, can be called an open-air museum. There are 5 art complexes and 70 galleries here.
After turning into a back street, many cafes and restaurants opened in Wynwood. Now it was a popular area.
Tourists from Kazakhstan Razia Adresbayeva likes Miami a lot. The white sands of South Beach and the warm water of the Atlantic Ocean had a great effect on her and her son. In history, Miami is called the gateway to Latin America because people from Cuba, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, and all over South America live here. Gulvira Bigaleva, NYFA News. I had such great time down in South Beach.
Oh, I can't wait to go!
Well, that's it for this edition of NYFI News. I am Gulvira Bigaleva. Thanks for watching.
And I am Nurbek Nurjan. Have a great week and see you next time.